Hi guys, welcome to Traders Talk. And this week we are just going to have some market updates and just do some simple trainings. Yeah. Hi, this is Ming Hon and your host for Traders Talk. And we're going to start the show. For those who are regulars here and you know how the show goes, right? We're going to do some market updates and then we're going to do some smaller training. And if you guys have some questions, then we'll just answer any of the questions which you have on stage. Yeah? Just post it on the chat box and we will try to actually answer them. Yeah. So okay. So far, last week was actually a so-called down week, and if you guys uh, remember, right? If you guys remember, as the S&P was actually rallying 2 weeks before, it was actually rallying up. And of course, last week it actually gave up, I think, almost half of the rally the earlier week. Yeah, so S&P was actually down about 2% last week. And obviously on Friday itself, we had some slight relief rally, at the end of the week before the which is the Independence Day holiday, which was actually coming, which was happened yesterday, right? Yesterday there was actually no market, so it was actually quite a relaxing day for us, and no trading, no stress. So so basically, I also slept quite early yesterday, about 11 plus. Already went to sleep. Yeah, so there was actually not much activity, and I think if you guys trade the markets, right, and you look forward for a Monday. You look forward for a Monday because the market will open. Yeah, am I correct? And of course, and if the market is actually closed on the Monday, then your life will be actually quite boring because you have actually nothing to do. Yeah. So I don't know how many of you guys relate to me the same way, and because we are actually quite passionate about trading the markets every day, and of course if we can actually do it every day, then we will actually trade every day. Of course, you can actually trade 24 hours, 24 hours, 7 days a week. Of course, from Monday to Friday, you can actually trade the what is that the US markets or any other markets which you are in, and of course on the weekends, if you are actually trading cryptos, you can also trade cryptos because the cryptos actually run 24 hours. 7 days a week. Yeah, 7 days a week you can actually trade cryptos. And of course, if you guys have been following cryptos also, it is also down by, of course, quite a lot, 50%, and of course some even up to 90% is actually down. Yeah, so if you guys hold on to any crypto assets, then of course that will be very painful also, on top of holding on stocks which are probably also down 20 to 30%. For good stocks, and of course for the not so good stocks, it is also down by 90%. Yeah, so far, this year S&P is currently down about 20%. Currently down about 20%. The earlier week, I think the lowest it went was actually close to about 24 or 25%. And of course, the Nasdaq is down by more. I think it's about close to 30% right now. Yeah. So for S&P itself, we see that it is actually trying to actually hold back up above the 20% level, because I think if not mistaken, I think it actually dipped down below 20% down, right, from all-time high, right? About two times, if not mistaken. Yeah, we can actually check out the chart 2 times, but after that, it actually closed back above, including last Friday, it actually closed back above the negative 20% territory. Yeah, so we see that the market does not want to maintain below 20% for a long time. It actually tries to actually go back above. Yeah, and hopefully that will actually continue. And if we actually still see this strong trend, then basically we can say that there is actually a strong support level at around 20%, which is basically around the current mark right now, which is more or less about 3,800 points for the S&P 500. Yeah. So let's look at the charts, right? And just see what happened last week, and basically what do we actually expect to see this week. So the futures, I think earlier was actually more or less it opened actually up very strongly this morning, about if not mistaken, about 60-70 points up. Yeah, the S&P futures, and then I think post that it actually came back down. I think right till just now was probably unchanged. Down 22 points. The 60 over 70 points was Nasdaq, and currently Nasdaq is actually down 89 points, and S&P is actually also down 20 over points. Yeah. And let's see this. So small screen. Let me put the screen up. Okay. So you guys can hear me clearly, right? I hope you guys, I think it should be okay. Yep, it's okay. All right. Okay. So where is this? Okay, let's put it better. Okay, SPX. This is SPX, right? Okay, so you see the SPX last Friday itself, there was only one so-called green day last Friday, and it actually went back up. The most of the week is actually down. I think we also covered it during the last week's Traders Talk, where we said that the most likely the market is actually going to actually not going to come up. Probably the market is going to go into risk-off mode up till Thursday morning, right? So basically, that was what happened until Thursday itself, right? You can actually see that the market was actually a bit undecisive. Actually, closed where it actually opened. In between the days, it actually went went to about 3742 and a high of 3824. Yeah, and then it closed in between. And of course, Friday itself, it rallied up a bit. And today itself, I would say this week it would probably also trade range with the level of about here. Yeah, 37 to a high of probably around slightly above this level here. Yeah, and of course the so-called this is the 50 moving average, right? Of course, this will act again as a so-called resistance level, and of course on the bottom side, like we have said earlier, right? The market doesn't like to actually go down so much, although the so-called data and all is still bearish, but the market does not want to actually go down too fast, and it's actually holding. And of course, last 2 weeks, this was actually about 2 weeks ago, right? About 3 weeks. Yeah, this part was actually quite a steep rundown for about a week plus, right? A week plus, and then of course, post that, the market rallied back. This was actually, I think, the time. Was it the rate hike? The rate hike, I think it was somewhere here, right? The rate hike announcement, right? Yeah. And then post that, it actually rallied back. Now it's actually again coming back to in between level of the previous lows here, right? It's actually sitting here, and of course, I would say it will still trade range for the time being. The lower one being somewhere around here. yeah, and the upper one would actually hit this 50 moving average as the first level of resistance. Yeah. So this is actually what I expect for this week. Yeah, for this week, and of course the things which we actually mentioned in the past talks is that um, I mean, within this kind of volatile market, right? I mean, it's a bit difficult for us to either go long or go short, either go long or go short. One option is, of course, to actually go neutral. But even if we actually go neutral, right, in our trades, right, we tend to have certain level bridge temporary, and I will actually explain to you guys what does that mean. Certain level bridge temporary. Let me clear this off. Okay, so this is actually okay, 15. Okay, this is actually one closing. 15 of June was June expiry, monthly expiry date, and then we come here again. 15 of July is actually one expiry date, and the earlier expiry was actually on 20th of May. Yeah. So earlier when we were actually talking about going neutral, I think somewhere around May, June, if not mistaken, where we were actually speaking about the iron condor trades and iron condor trades, right? Iron condor trades. Okay, so of course, if you actually do any so-called iron condor neutral trade, say let's just say you actually enter it at this level. At this level, you actually do a neutral trade, and of course, a neutral trade means that you want it to actually trade range. Let's assume range between here and here, right? Here and here. Okay, so if you actually enter into a position here, mm, position this is May closing. Okay, so May, let's say you do it here 12th of May, then it would be somewhere around here to close. Yeah, somewhere around here. That means from here you actually enter into a June expiry. Okay, so if you do a June expiry, so if you trade range, right, so basically you're talking about a range of here and here, right, here and here, yeah, here and here. Okay, so here and here, let's say when it actually closes here, right, it actually closes here. So the call side of the neutral trade, which is the leg, which is basically a bear call spread, right? Bear call spread. You would probably make how to say make full profits. Full profits on expiry. Yeah, on expiry, because during that time it has actually went all the way down here, right, to here on expiry. But of course, on the other side of the trade, which is actually on the bull put spread of the iron condor, right, the other leg, the other half of the leg, right, you might get tested. It might breach your short put strike. It might breach your short put strike, and it might actually get tested. It might get tested. So of course, what you can actually do, the full trade might probably be in a loss. The full trade might probably be in a loss because you are actually tested on this side of the leg. But of course, if you actually break up the trades right into two, one side of it is actually profitable. The call spread side is profitable, whereas the put spread might be in a loss. Okay, so what we can actually do is we can actually leg out on the part of. I mean, this is what I personally do, lah. I mean, some people would just exit at a loss, yeah. But for me, if I have the view that the share or the stock which I actually do is actually oversold, yeah, based on this position here, I might leg out one position which is on the call side, call spread side. I might leg out, I might exit it with almost to full profits, and on the other side of it, I might actually do a roll. Which is the bull put spread. I might actually do a roll to the next expiry period. Okay, and of course, when you do the rolling, you would actually try to actually do it at a at a credit. And of course, if you can't do it at a credit, at best zero, that means you don't need to actually pay anything additional. That is actually best. And if you need to actually pay something, you need to actually consider, because anything which you actually pay to roll, that will actually add on to a bigger loss in your trade. A bigger loss, that means the max loss will actually increase in your trade. Yeah, unless you are very comfortable to see that the position of this stock will actually retrace back, then the value of debits which you actually pay for the roll is actually very important for you to consider. If it is a small one, $5 means 5 cents or even up to 10 cents, then I might consider, because for an additional 10 cents which I pay, I might actually salvage the value of this so-called max loss of that leg, which might actually comes out to about $300. Yeah, so for an additional $10 of risk, yeah, I might be able to actually recover up to $300 to actually break even, 300 or even up to $400, depending on how much credit you actually get when you actually entered the trade. Yeah, so rolling is actually one thing which we actually do to manage the site which is actually tested, and of course on the other side, you can actually exit with a full profit, which will also cover some of the so-called potential loss of this site. If it recovers, like let's say for instance in this kind of situation, it actually went back up here, right? It actually went back up here. Then of course the position would actually improve. That means your loss will actually be lesser. Yeah, and of course right now it's actually sitting somewhere here. If it comes back down here, then again consider the same thing, whether you actually want to roll and extend the trade for another week or another month, depending on what kind of price level and how far do you think that how far in time do you think that you actually need for your trade to actually come back up above your the short put level, if it is actually tested on this side. Yeah, so this is on the so-called rolling and trade management, and of course I think we also covered the basis of rolling and the rationale of rolling in one of our previous traders talk. Yeah, so this is basically just more like a revision to you guys. How do we actually manage it based on the price action of the stock or the market, yeah. Of course, besides looking at your stocks which you actually did the trade, right, you might also want to consider the overall market, like on the SPX, right? The overall market, whether it is likely to continue to go down or likely to actually rebound. Yeah, because when the market actually rebounds, just a second, need to on. Consider plugging on your device. Okay, so consider the overall market, because the tendency of your stocks to actually also move alongside the overall market. Okay, so this is just a short recap on the markets, and also how to actually manage some of the trades which you actually do, which one side of a neutral trade is actually tested. Of course, like if you're doing the directional trade, whether it is actually on the long side or on the short side, again, the timing of in and outs is actually important. Yeah, the timing of in and outs. When I say timing of in and outs, it means that you in the current market you cannot actually keep your trade for a long time. Yeah, so for example, if you were short the market, right, you were shorting the market right here, you're shorting the market right here, then you see here is only about 4 days before it actually already rebounds on the 5th day. Yeah. And of course here also, if you're shorting the market, here's a little bit longer, about 5, 6 or 7 days before the market actually goes back up. Yeah. So even on this kind of thing, you can also just roughly look at the stochastic to actually see let me stochastics stochastic indicator to actually look at the oversold overbought positions to see whether the so-called roughly indication of the trend reversals. Yep. You can also mix stochastic with RSI to actually look for trend reversals. Yeah, but of course nowadays the trend tends to actually move quite fast along with news. And if you have news coming in, whether it is CPI, whether it is Fed rate hikes and all, then of course during that time the so-called expected market to actually so-called come down before these major announcements. Yeah, I think in the past that has been the tendency. And once the news gets out, then if it has actually came down a lot previously, then the so-called recovery would tend to actually come up. Yep. So you can also trade based on that kind of so-called news flow trend. That means basically you wait for the so-called news to pass, and then you actually trade post release. Yeah, post release you can test back the data on each one, how did it actually perform, and actually do short trades based on that also. Yeah. So this is S&P. I think Nasdaq itself is more or less the same. Where last week it actually came down, right? Last week it actually came down, right? Yeah. In between, if you guys have comments, just put on the comments box, so that I can catch it and follow through after whatever I want to say. Yeah. Okay. So this is Nasdaq, right? I think Nasdaq is actually down from the highs to now. I think it's about 30%, right? This was actually here somewhere. All the way to the low is about no, I think the wrong indicator. Price range. So all the way here somewhere, even higher here. Okay, so all the way down here is about 34%, and to the current level is about 30, slightly above 30%. Yeah, and of course, the how the market looks, the price action is more or less the same as S&P 500. So for this, is actually now coming back to the earlier levels here. Earlier levels here, right? It's actually coming back to earlier levels here. Yeah, and of course it might hit resistance and continue to come down, or it might actually breach then it actually to actually come up. And for this Nasdaq, right? Basically, we are actually looking for this week at this level, 12,500 to about 11,200 level. Yeah, so this is around here. Yeah, so these are the so-called range for this week for Nasdaq. Yeah. So again, resistance might actually come in 50, but within the 50 moving average up to this level here. And of course, right now, if it don't breach today, right? If it don't breach today, it might hit already a resistance right where it sits right now. Yeah, and it might actually come down for the week. Yeah. So far, like I said, Nasdaq futures is actually down, but I don't know. I mean, I would think again. Yesterday was actually a holiday, and today probably can be a strong day also. I think again, end of the week, there are some Fed speakers coming up on Thursday or Friday, if not mistaken. Yeah, but in between that, I think it is actually quite free. Let's check the thing here. Nope, no meeting, no meeting. This is Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday, there is a FOMC speaker coming up, and then jobs opening is not much. Thursday, okay, this week there's actually non-farm payroll till Friday, right? The unemployment rate. Okay, so this is also a major indicator of the economy, but I would think the unemployment rate would likely to either hit the target or actually come down, yeah, or actually come down. Basically the so-called economic activity. Things are still going on. Previously there was actually a lot of supply chain issues and all these, some backlogs and all these kind of things, right? So I think for the unemployment rate, either they hit the target or they would actually perform better. I do not think that the unemployment rate will actually go down, go up. Yeah, and of course, if it goes up, then it will be a big problem for the market. It will be a big problem, but for the market because the news would actually put on a lot of fear on recession coming through. Yeah, so Friday itself, keep a watch and be light in your trading. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so newsletter. I think if you guys receive the newsletter, yeah, the market updates are there. We went through some revision in terms of what we have actually spoken last week about Jade Lizard. Yeah, we actually just put in writing so that you can actually have a easier understanding of the so-called trade assumption, the entry level, the trade setup, the so-called max profit, max loss, exit trade management. So basically, it's all there. Yeah. So just have a read on the newsletter, and of course, you can also go through the past traders talk to actually look at the example of the Twitter trade, which we have actually done during the traders talk. Yeah. Okay. So far, I think the trade is still playing. The trade of the Twitter is still playing, and Twitter is currently about $38. Our short put is at 34, and then the other one is actually at 41, 42. Yep, 41, 42, and 34. So basically, it's actually at 38 right now. So it's actually quite in a sweet spot. And we have actually 2 more weeks for the trade to actually go into a full profit of, I think, about $108. $108. Probably I will wait for another up to end of this week, to see if I would actually exit the trade. And if it stays here, I would say probably it would actually go to at least above 50% profit target. Yeah, of course, if I want to take the chance, then I can actually go all the way up to expiry, 2 more weeks to get the full profit. Yep, and I think I do not think that it will actually come down to 34 unless Elon Musk cancels the M&A, right? The acquisition. Yeah. Otherwise, I would still think that it will actually trade in range, and hopefully it does not confirm the transaction so fast. Otherwise, it will actually shoot all the way up. Anyway, if it shoots all the way up, then we do not have any risk on this trade also. Yeah. Okay. So far, any questions? If you guys have any questions, please post on. I don't think I see any questions. Yeah. Okay. All right. So okay. So the short so-called training which I would like to actually do work on with you guys is actually just on this Tradingview. Okay, I do not know if you guys are actually familiar with Tradingview. I'm sure you have actually used it before, but I think it's actually a very good platform. Let me just go to a stock. Let's see. Let's just put it Apple. Okay, I think it's actually a very good platform, and of course the TradingView is actually free to use. Free to use. You just need to actually register for an account, and you can actually use it for free. And of course, if you subscribe, which I do subscribe for the services for this, I think I pay a basic one. I forgot how much I pay for it. Maybe about 80 or $100, if not mistaken. Yeah, but if you, of course, if you pay, then you can actually have about up to three or four indicators, and then you have actually more trade alerts. You can actually set alerts, pricing alerts, more. Yeah. And the other thing which I actually wanted to share with you guys is the so-called what is that? You can also connect. What is that? You can also connect this TradingView to your broker. You can actually connect it to your broker if you are actually using any brokers. You can actually connect. That's one feature which you can do, and you can trade directly off this platform. Yeah, that means you do not need to actually go through your broker. You can actually trade directly through this platform if you connect to your broker. Okay, so if you look here, if you click this button here, uh, then here you can actually do connect to your broker platform, whichever you have. I mean, the more common one would be interactive brokers. Yeah, you can actually connect to interactive brokers. If you are trading any other ones, if you are trading crypto, here is Gemini. What other ones? Where else? What else? If you are trading forex, then of course you can connect to Pepperstone, which is the forex trading platform which I use. Yeah, and the others are I don't know them. I only use forex here, and then interactive brokers you can, and then Gemini you can, and what else? These are the few which you can do. Okay, even if you do not have what is that live broking account, you actually want to so-called do test trade. Yeah, do test trade. Because the so-called platform is actually quite good, quite nice, and you can actually also paper trade directly here instead of opening up a paper trade account in Interactive Broker or even Think or Swim, right? If you actually want to do paper trade, but of course these are for stocks, not for options. Yeah. So if you actually want to do paper trade, here is actually a paper trading account which you can actually go. You just need to click connect. Yeah, we can actually do a paper trading account. Okay, so once you're actually in paper trading account, you have $100,000 to play with. But of course, if you win, you won't get the money. If you lose, you won't lose your money. But don't get mistaken to connect to your real account and think that it is actually a paper account. Yeah. Okay. So once you actually connect to this paper trading, right, you can actually trade directly here. And of course, here, let's say, for example, this is Apple, right? Now it's actually 138.93. Yeah. Pre-market is actually coming down, right? Pre-market is actually coming down. Let's say you actually want to trade this, okay, and you say 134.92. You actually want to do, you actually want to do a trade, say at 135. Yeah. So 135, you can actually do a price of sell. Yeah, you're shorting Apple. 135, you can actually do, and then how many units you actually want to do. You can do it based on your so-called risk and reward, right? Risk and reward. Yeah. So for example, if you do 135, you actually want to do a $5 stop loss. $5 stop loss means at 140. So stop loss, you put it at 140, right? 140, and then 142 take profit. No, this is tick. Sorry, this is $5. Then here you can put 10 ticks. 10 ticks, and then basically talking about how much you actually want to risk. You actually want to risk only 100. Yeah. So ticks 5. No, this is ticks is 500. 500. Yep, correct. Because one tick is 1 cent. So this is 1,000 and $10, right? 1,000. So you actually want to risk $100, then basically you actually need to trade 20 units. So it's quite how to say, quite easy to actually use, and everything is basically calculated right there, and then you just put sell, yeah, sell. Then you can actually see your trade up here. Yeah. So this is your so-called limit order 20 units of Apple. Stop loss at this level here. Yeah. This level here, which is 140, and then you take profit at 125. Of course, don't do this trade because uh, this is probably too far for you to do a take profit. This is probably too far because it actually goes all the way down. I'm just showing you an example of how to actually use this to actually trade. And of course, the other ones is you can easily move up and down your orders, right? You can actually move up and down your orders. Yeah, you can actually just move up and down. And let's say you want to put it higher here, you can actually just move it up and modify the orders here. Yeah, so it's actually quite easy. Yeah. So how many of you guys did not know this feature? So this is actually quite good for you to actually do so-called test your strategies, to see whether it actually is actually okay or not to actually enter, and for you to actually try out as if you're actually doing real trade, because it's quite nice to actually see once the trade gets executed, right? Then basically you can actually see the profit numbers, plus or minus and all. Yeah, but of course, don't once you actually enter the trade, don't look at it. Just wait for it to take profit or cut loss. Yeah. Okay, so these are actually for trade. This is one feature, the connection for the paper trading. The other feature, of course, I wanted to actually share with you guys is also on the so-called uh, um, it's not back testing, but basically I mean, it's more or less of a back testing kind of thing. I mean, basically you can also use this to actually try out to see if certain strategies works, especially if you guys actually want to so-called day trade. You can also use this tool to actually hone up your skills on day trading. Yeah. Of course, if you do if you do this swing trade, you just look at the daily price, then you will be fine, right? You will be fine because all these are actually here. But if you actually want to learn day trading, then of course the so-called movement of price and all, you actually have to understand a bit more, and to actually so-called practice more. So basically, let's say you are doing a day trade. Let's say you're going back to a 3-minute day trade. Yeah, 3-minute day trade. So you change this to 3-minute, right? And you actually want to learn to see how a stock actually runs during the day, and you actually want to see the patterns lah. Yeah. So for example, during this time, right? During this time, you actually want to see if there is actually certain strategies, day trading strategies, which you can actually work out with. For example, here, what you do is you just change this to 3 minutes. Yeah, 3 minutes, and then you click this replay button. This replay button here. You see this replay button up here? Yeah. So this replay button, you actually click it. This replay button up here, yeah. Up here, you click this replay button, then you move into the time period where you actually want to test out the price. Basically, you move back in time. Yeah, you move back to real time. You move back to real time. For example, you click here. So basically, you have actually moved back to 1st of July. 1st of July. Yeah, you have moved back to 1st of July. So okay, this is like a real live trade now. This is like a real live trade now, and basically you can actually uh, uh, replay the live data, replay the live data, and you actually can start to look at the live data moving. Of course, you can actually move it faster, but let's put it at one update every two seconds. Yeah, which is already very fast. You look at the so-called movement here, and to actually see when a possible trade comes in. So right here, I am actually looking at this level. Yeah, this level. I'm holding on this level to see if I can actually do a trade at that level, whether there is actually a signal coming in. Okay, a very big candlestick flush down here, going up again, coming up again. Okay, quite volatile pricing, quite volatile, quite volatile. Not so nice, quite risky. Yeah, because of the huge swings. But let's see. And I'm looking at this level to see whether I can actually do any trades. Just wait. I mean, if you are swing trading, I mean, basically this is also what you not swing trade, day trading. This is also what you actually look at to find trades. You mark your levels. And basically you wait for it. Yeah, you wait for it. Yeah. So here one time it actually came down here. It bounced back up. Yeah. This is the second time. Come back here, bounce back up. Yeah. Okay, first candle, second candle. Okay, looks okay. Okay, third candle. I think from here, basically, you probably can actually do and enter long here. Yeah, if enter long here, somewhere here. First candle, second candle, you can actually base it on this. You enter a long position. Then from there, of course, you can mark your loss, stop loss below at this level. Take 1 to 2, and probably for this trade, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, if you put your stop loss here, let's say at 135.9, you actually entered here 136. So basically, it is about $1. So basically, if it goes to about 138, you exit, right? 136, 137, 138. Yeah, 138. So basically, this is your level here. 137, 138. Yeah, this level. No, 136. Here is only 135. No, 40 cents. So 40 cents, 50 cents. So basically at 136, 137, you actually exited already. Yeah. So $1 exit. Yeah, because here is the stop loss is only 50 cents. So your exit is $1. So basically you're out of this trade. This is actually a winning trade. And basically what we use here, of course, is again a double bottom, right? Yeah, a double bottom. Yeah, double bottom sign. You can enter here. It goes. So this is actually one trade. You're off. Yeah. Then again, you continue to practice with this kind using the same one. You can actually practice to actually see the how to say the trades whether it comes. You can also be a double top action where you actually see, okay, this is already one sign. When you did it, this is probably another marker for you to actually indicate during this time where it actually comes here one time, two time, come up again, come down. So look for so-called very bearish bar. Okay, and enter, and then cut loss above, take profit two times here, and again you took short trade, you took a long trade. Yeah, and you can actually continue again. Yeah, so this is another level where it comes again. If it breaches again, then probably you can actually see if you can short it again for this Apple stock. Yeah, it's coming in here. Yeah, probably not yet. not yet. Okay, probably with this one, no, you haven't closed yet. Okay, this is strong. Okay, you can actually enter in here. This is to see whether you can take up. This is just examples lah. I mean, this is quick examples. Yeah, of course, when you do, you need to actually look at probably the overall market, whether it's bullish, bearish during that day to actually look for the trade. Yeah. So this probably is going to be a losing trade if you have entered. Yeah, but this is a bit too many candles here. Yeah, this is a bit risky, but anyway, it's okay. Yeah, so this is again how you can actually use these tools to actually practice to trade, whether it is day trade, swing, whether it's swing trade. You can also use the live to actually real look at live patterns, because when you look at live patterns, it's actually different from how to say looking at the full charts, right? The full charts where all the data is already there. Then of course you can guess, this is this I will probably enter here. But right here, you do not know. You do, when you actually practice, you do not know whether the trade will actually be profitable or at a loss, because the data haven't come out yet. The data is as if it's a live one, it haven't come out yet. And of course, based on your strict rules, you actually set your criteria of entry and exit and stop loss. You start to actually practice, and you can actually see test out maybe 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months of trading on a certain particular stock to actually be comfortable at the stock, to see how it behaves, and to see whether your strategy we should actually apply. Make sure it's actually a consistent strategy. If you are using a simple double top double bottom strategy, yeah, then you can actually apply it consistently with whatever entry and exit rules we should actually set to actually go in or out of the trade, and then once you're comfortable, you move on to live trade of that particular stocks. Yeah. Okay, so okay, so this is what I wanted to share with you to actually use Tradingview, the so-called replay button, to actually test out the so-called price. So this is not the real price, right? So, yeah, this is the current price. It dropped down so much already. 137.53. Okay. All right, so hope you guys have actually learned something. If it is actually new to you, then of course it would actually be a useful tool. If you how to say, if you know it but you haven't tried it before, please go and try it out, and practice it whenever you are free. Because I mean, if you practice certain strategies, certain trends, and also on a particular stock, right? On a particular stock, then you become familiar with it. You become familiar with it. Even where the so-called support and resistance are, and all, you can actually remember on it very exact. Yeah. So once it reaches that kind of level, you already know, Apple support is always at around $130. Yeah, $130 level. Once it actually reached that level, you can actually see any potential trade to actually go long. Yeah, at 130 level, and of course resistance when it comes to about $145, $48. That's the time when you want to actually short the stocks. Yeah, so just work on few stocks which you are comfortable. You don't need to actually have to trade on a lot of stocks. You can actually continually trade on the so-called same stocks, and in and out once you're familiar where the levels are always it always goes up and the levels where it actually hits resistance and all, you can continually trade up and down just on that particular stock and make a lot of money. Okay, all right. So I won't catch up with you next week. Yeah, we will have a break. Next week. We'll have a break next week. Then I mean, once we have the new show, then I will just make the normal announcement. Then you will see us on the show next week. But in between that, of course, if you have any questions, please by all means engage with us more on the Facebook. Like today, I asked what you guys want to what you guys want to talk about during Traders Talk. Nobody answered me. Yeah, so of course, if you guys be more proactive and to actually put in your questions, what you are uncertain of, what you want to actually know, and all, then of course we can actually have the sessions more engaging, and also we can actually custom it towards more of what the audience want to hear and not what I want to tell you guys, right? Okay, all right. So until then, I catch up with you not next week, the following week after that. Yeah. All right. So have a great trading week, and I wish you all the best, and hope that you make lots and tons of money this week. Yeah. Bye bye.